Hey guys, this is Ariel.
And this is Ryan.
And we're here today with the Boostmate from Tonecraft. It's a microphone to high Z converter. What it does is it takes your microphone XLR signal, converts it into 1/4 inch, so you can plug your own dynamic mic into your guitar amp. You can plug it through your pedals. You can have all the effects you want without having to bother the sound guys. It's a lot of fun. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to make some noise. We're going to sing some songs, and we're going to see what this thing can do.
Yep, here we go.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose short you are. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in the most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in my tin can, far above the world. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You could stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life. In a world that keeps on pushing me around, gonna stand my ground. No, I won't back back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Stand my ground, and I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on pushing me around. Gonna stand my ground. No, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Thank you. Thank you. Don't leave me dry. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry.
So let's discuss what we have here.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I'm just running I'm just running an SM58 direct into the recorder. You're running the mic through the board here, through the Boostmate.
Yeah. What you're hearing right now is I also have an SM58, which is going directly into the Boostmate. None of the pedals are on, so what you're hearing is just a clean signal into the amp.
It's a Princeton reverb reissue.
The bass is all the way up. I'm going to turn the bass down a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, play around with it.
Because I already have a naturally bassy voice. But I just have to say, just hearing the microphone signal clean into the amp, I've never heard, and I've plugged mics into amps before,
right,
with odd cables and things like that.
Adapters and stuff.
Yeah, and I've never heard it this clean and pure and like a really nice, clean tone. And I can even turn the amp. I'm leaning down towards the amp right now, and I can turn the thing up, and get pretty close to it. Okay, I'm feeding back a little bit, but I'm really testing the waters.
I wouldn't want to do it close to an amp in a live situation where you got a really loud amp.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely sounds a lot better than what I've done in the past where I get a cable that's got an XLR on one side and a 1/4 inch on the other. Like there's some extra stuff going on there, and I'm sure there's some kind of little transformer or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what it says it is, microphone to high Z. Now, I'm a recording engineer. I'm an audio guy. I'm supposed to know what that means, but I'm not very good at my job, so I don't know what that means. All I know is that it's doing a really good job at doing what it's supposed to do. It's kind of, John's other product is the 363 DI, the Tube DI, which is kind of the exact opposite as this, is where you are taking an instrument signal and converting it so that you can put it into things like PAs or directly into your recording rig. This is the opposite, where you take things that you would normally put into PAs and put them into instruments, which is great because, for singers who do use a lot of vocal or effects and who do like to mess around with things, you can have your whole pedal set up and plug into your own system without bugging the sound guy, because a lot of singers like myself know that sound guys at live venues do not want to mess with this, so you don't have to bother them.
They don't. Live sound guys, the last thing they want to do is get on the same page with your creativity. Yeah, you're asking the sound guy to, deal with this weird thing you're trying to do, and they're just like, I'm just going to make all the mics sound about the same level, and I'm really more concerned with the drum. So, good luck.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't want to mess with this, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's also a really great tool, I think, for home recording types, people who do Foley work, things like that. Studio recording guys, anyone who wants to get experimental, do something that's outside of the ordinary with a microphone and things in between. I think it's a really clean and elegant solution for that type of person.
Yeah, we were playing around with some of the loop stuff before, and let me just clear this out. We were playing around with some of the loop stuff before, and I didn't know what I was doing, but just having that option to just play around with my voice through the effects without, with it sounding good, without any crazy feedback, I got to make a really cool loop that I probably wouldn't have made otherwise.
And you're seeing a lot of guys these days, and girls, obviously, a lot of musicians, I'll say, get creative with this kind of setup. There's guys like Reggie Watts, who's like his whole thing is he's got a keyboard, and then most of his instrumentation is him beatboxing through various effects and then singing through effects like delays and loopers and things like that. So this kind of is an easy way to enable you to get into that kind of territory and get creative with your voice and with other things you can capture with the mic. We've got some harmonicas here.
Yeah.
We'll play with those in a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe even before this. I don't know how I edited the video.
I'm super excited about the harmonica situation because I am a harmonica player, and I set up my pedalboard so that I can put a harmonica mic in at the same time as my guitar, so I can put my harmonica through my effects.
Right.
But with harmonica mics, I've never found a harmonica mic that I love, because they're either the ones that I can afford, I don't like. I don't like the way they're shaped. I don't like holding them. I don't like the way they sound. And the ones that I can't afford, I can't afford. So now I can put a regular old 58 or 57, your average run-of-the-mill mics that are
Radio
everywhere.
Shack mic.
Radio Shack, well, yeah, a 58, and I can put it into my pedalboard, and I can play a harmonica, with a little drive. And it'll sound the way it's supposed to sound, And so on and so forth.
That sounded really freaking cool.
Yeah.
That was really, really great.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm happy about that. And, John also has a really great eye for design, John Erickson over at Tonecraft. And he never makes anything that you're not going to want to look at.
Oh, yeah. It looks great.
And it kind of sits on a pedal board really nice, if you ask me. It doesn't take up space, and it's classy looking, and I like all the stuff he makes.
It doesn't use any power either, so you can literally just drop it in. You don't have to fuss with your power supplies or anything like that. You can even throw it before your pedal board if you don't want to keep it on your pedal board.
Yeah.
Use it. You could put it inside your pedal board. Say you have a microphone input on one side of your pedal board. You could just have it inside, always waiting for you.
Right.
It's really, really just simple and easy.
Yeah, no power required. I dig it.
And it looks great. So if you do have it on your board, it looks good, and people ask you about, what is that? What's a Boostmate? Oh, that looks fancy. So should we mess around with it some more? Get creative?
Yeah. Let's play with it some more.
What's something more interesting I could say than hello? I'm not a singer like you, like Ariel here.
Help! I'm trapped in this cave.
Help! I'm trapped in a well. I can't get out.
I'm a tiny man in a tiny bottle.
I'm a tiny man in a tiny bottle.
Wow. This thing is fun for people who do home recording, like studio work. Maybe you want to do like sound effects. Like you could turn on a reverb and a delay and go. You can make some R2-D2 effects there.
That's pretty great.
This is a bad idea.
Doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of doop 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 of Earl doop doop. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of Earl doop 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 of doop 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 of Earl 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 doop 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 of Ear do, 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 do.